So here's one of my old shelters. It's just a lean-to I built after I built my wiki up shelter. I took that down and I built this. And now that it's getting cold, real cold, we're gonna build another wiki up. So just kind of show you guys what I've done real quick. I think what we're gonna do, to be honest with you, is just take this booger down. We've already got a pretty good footprint for it. I leveled it out. I think it would be just better take it down and rebuild. So it's a pretty sweet shelter. It's not bad for the summer and the warmer months, but during the winter, it's absolutely miserable. Look at that. Those will be my vampire sticks. Halloween's coming up, or Hallows Eve if you celebrate paganism. I'm gonna separate these as I take them off. More valuable ones and by length, because it'll make my life a lot easier when I go to put everything up instead of just scattering this stuff everywhere. We've had a forest fire come through here, and bark beetles have devastated the area. And so there's a lot of dead wood that we can utilize. Someone just cut a spruce down there too, which is going to be excellent for a smaller rib section. That's a good piece right there. It's always better to be prepared than wish you did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, in my perspective, getting out and learning these kind of skills, even if it's in just a survival situation, like if you get lost on a hike or something and need to survive overnight, coming out and practicing, you're gonna learn what to do, what not to do, And I've, you learn the hard way. Like, I'm thankful, I came up here and I practiced, and then I go out real deep into the woods and I'm comfortable, rather than when I would come here, I'd learn the hard way, and I would leave. Like one night we went home, and so it's one thing to talk about it, so many people will say, oh, I know survival and all that crap, but then when they get out in the woods, they can't even start a fire. So just keep that in mind. This is a piece of plywood that I found up here, and it's still usable. See, we can put this on the first layer, and then we put our duff on top of it, and it's going to give us a really good waterproofing layer. So don't throw things like this away. So as you can see, we've got a really good flat area right here. Disclaimer, anyone says anything about me using a shovel, well duh, work smarter, not harder. I can drive my truck here. If I was 4 miles in the woods, yeah, give me a break. I brought my dog. So, what I wanted to do is build up these berms a little bit with the duff that I had on top of the other shelter. And it's kind of an odd shape. So I think what we're gonna end up doing is, I wanna make this the doorway, okay? We're gonna have the doorway about like that. We're gonna have a crotch high sill, so it's going to be filled in right here. This is going to be our entrance. We're going to build up some logs across here in Lincoln log fashion cabin. We'll probably do the same on the back, and then for our, I think what we're going to do is just pitch. And so we're gonna have a little doorway right here in the front. And so whatever wind comes over and whips in there, we're gonna be able to cut. And another thing, I'm not gonna use duff for this shelter, as I wanna be able to just throw my tarp over it. We'll see where we go. You know, we got a lot of wood here, and so that's kind of what's going through my mind right now. We might have an A-frame right here, big A-frame, and it might come down at an angle, okay? So we're gonna be about this tall with like cabin style logs on the sides, so we can have some height along the side. So like I wanna be able to kneel about right here and have it come down to my head. Does that make sense? So I think that's a good game plan. Like, let's see. Yeah, that'll still work because it's broken down here on the bottom. And if any, just utilize what you got. And so